Hey rollers, welcome back to the channel. This video is part of the Thrift Flip Road Trip Open Challenge. It is hosted by Sammy from Unicorn Dust Designs as well as the Crafting Cousins. And for this month, it is going to be co-hosted by Judy from Southern Seasons. This is my first time participating in this challenge and I am super excited. I'll have more information later on in the video about everything that's going to be happening for this month's challenge. All right, guys, let's roll on into the video. I have this humongous wooden bowl. It's aged, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but it's got a crack in it and some other damages that I bought at an antique mall from a really lovely lady that I met while going to a Dixie Belle class. But I was going to sand and I decided I wasn't going to touch it because I didn't want to get the crack to expand or anything. So I'm bringing you to my garage. I have this furniture mix oil type thing that I did a couple years ago, and it's in a crock pot. So I just warmed up the oil just barely out of its solid state, and we're just going to oil this bowl down, and that is all we're going to do for it. I'm going to do 2 coats of this, but between each coat, I'm going to let it sit in there for, I'm going to let each coat, oh my gosh, I can barely think. I'm going to do about 2 to 3 hours between each coat is what I'm trying to say. And then after that, see the difference between the first coat and the original state. I mean, it's already gorgeous as it is. So, I mean, it's just, I love this bowl. I got this original idea from an image that I saw on Kirkland's video. I mean, not video, wow. From Kirkland's website that I seen. So here we are. After it's been sitting in my, on my dining room table for about 36 hours, I think. It doesn't have to sit there that long. I just let it do that. Now we're going to take a, I want to say a microfiber cloth or a lint-free cloth. It doesn't matter. You can just do a paper towel and try to get as much of the excess off. Now these fillers are just things that I had laying around my house. So I just grabbed those and we're going to attempt to do a Halloween type bowl filler, bowl decor piece. So I didn't want to go buy anything else and I didn't have all my Halloween stuff. The colors are not full fall and Halloween, but you guys are going to get the idea, right? Because I know all of you get my drift. Now, the garland that I'm using with the skeleton, it is from our 5-quarter store, but I only picked up one and I didn't actually buy it. I went to do an exchange and it was there. So technically free in girls math terms, you know, the girl math thing. So I should have probably grabbed 2, but I did not realize how ginormous this bowl was, but maybe I'll grab another one. I don't know. I have more Halloween stuff, so I can probably just make that work as it is without me buying any more junk. So this is what it's going to look like for now. Maybe I'll actually just add some lights and this is the end result. I really love this bowl and you can just change your decor out based on the season. But honestly, let me know what you guys think about this first project. Okay, let's talk about this box before we actually do this DIY. This box has traumatized me since I picked it up this summer at a garage sale. I grabbed it for $2 and it smelled atrocious. Honestly, I had no idea why I picked it up, but hey, it was only $2 and I was like, oh, I can do something with it. It is a gorgeous box. It is old wood and it smelled really bad. So I left it in my garage. I decided to go ahead and grab it. I cleaned it out really nicely and it still stunk. So I went ahead, grabbed the sander, figured it out. So nothing. I went ahead and went to my friend Stephanie who sells Dixie Belle, grabbed clear bonding boss and did 2 coats of it. Nothing. Okay, Bonding Boss is just like DIY's Salvation Solution. If you don't know what that is, that's basically something to help protect your projects from your bleed throughs, or it's basically a shellac. That didn't help much, but it did help with the stankification, I don't know. But anyway, Once I did that, it sat in my craft room still. I did this probably in July, and here we are once again. Now, last week, Thursday, I was watching Sammy's from Unicorn Dust Designs. You know who that is. And somebody had an idea, and I was like, I sat in the whole chat, and I was like, oh, now I know what to do with this box. So with all that, there's my story. So let's go ahead and transform this box. Okay, with all that being said, I have dubbed this box the Demon Possessed box. So I grabbed my green paint. I want to say it's Fancy Farm Girl. I gave this paint 2 coats, and it still was giving me problems because I was getting brush strokes, and I cannot stand brush strokes. I stippled it, and oh my gosh, this box. But I already knew that I was going to use the birds from this transfer kit, and I was going to use some of the flowers from here because I had that idea in my mind since last summer. And so I went ahead and started this project. I just was not, when I was supposed to do it this summer, I was just not ambitious. I don't know what the word, I just had no heart to start it until I got the idea from last Thursday. And you guys, I'm not going to give you what it is until you see the reveal at the end of this project. So with the transfers, if you have not seen transfers, you just rub them on until the image stays on there. Now, if the image doesn't stick on there, you're just going to lay it back down and rub it on. Now, part of the side, one of my leaves did not want to stick. And so I was just like, it's going to have to be okay. When I'm telling you, this box has given me hell and high water. It just makes no sense. But at the end of the day, I do love the way it looks when it is finished. It still looks blotchy. I don't know if I just missed. Yeah, I know what I'm trying to say. I keep telling you, English is not my first language. There are spots that I must have skipped over when I was waxing it because it really looks blotchy. But what I have in there, it doesn't even matter at the end. But here I am just using that clear sheet and just burnish it on there. And look at these flowers. I am really starting to like doing these transfers on there. I'm still learning how to do transfers, so I'm not an expert on these by any way, shape, or form. So it is still a learning curve for me, but I'm enjoying them. I'm still learning how to even layer things on there, but they're a lot of fun. When we get to this part, this is where I was having a lot more problems on here. The stem of one of the leaves did not want to go down, so I decided to leave it alone. I probably need to go back in and try to fix it because I did save it, and I decided, well, maybe once I wax it, it'll stay because that's what you're supposed to do, I think. But by then I was like, I was overdoing this project. I'm sorry. I should be more positive, but when I tell you this project gave me a lot of headache. But you see there on the underneath the butterfly, and then I'm show you what happens when I start burnishing this with that flower. Bam, it comes off. And there was no saving it. So I grabbed the bee and I said, well, bee, you're going to be what covers up the big old gap. So it was going to go up there anyway. It was just not intended to cover the gap. So look, I learned a layering process right there the hard way. So we're going to clear wax the whole project. And as I was clear waxing it, I had DIY black wax. I don't have dark wax, which I should eventually order some. And I was debating the entire time while doing this, should I add the black wax after to darken it a little bit? And then while I was doing it, I was like, I really like the way it looks as it is, but I kept going back and forth. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try, since I already have the clear wax on there. If I don't like it, it's just going to wipe back anyway, and you won't even be able to notice. We're doing this. Remember, after watching this video, to go ahead and watch the other videos in this playlist and show everybody else some love. Here I am adding the black wax, and I'm wiping back some of it, and I'm realizing, oh, actually wasn't a mistake. I really like the way it looks. So I'm just going to add a little bit more and wipe back some more. And so that's why I was saying, if you clear wax it first, it actually helps you realize, oh, well, if I don't like it, I can just take it off as much as possible and then go from there. You won't even notice that you added it from the beginning. You can see where I'm saying that it looks blotchy, so I don't know if I just miss areas. And these are the piano rolls that I was adding on here, that the lady said she added her piano rolls in a jar container. And I was trying to figure out, and I realized, I remembered I had this box and the piano rolls would be perfect. And I think this was a great way to display my piano rolls until I decide to use them for decor, for doing transfers. Now tell me, do you like this side with the little doily, or should I take it off or just display the other side without the doily? I had it on there just for texture purposes, but let me know which side do you prefer. Now I want to apologize, I did not show you this piece before I started to paint it. The brown color at the bottom is the original color. I got this at Hobby Lobby last summer, I think. I don't remember. It was on clearance and I got it for $7. It was already torn apart from whatever leg piece it was. I painted it Lucky Lavender from Dixie Belle, and these transfers are from Dixie Belle as well. I will tell you the truth, I am not a flower person, and so I wanted to try something completely out of my comfort zone. So I already had these transfers, so I decided, well, I might as well just use them and see how it all turns out. So I had my daughter, my youngest daughter, Erin, help me pick out the transfers that I should try. So I cut out the pieces that I knew without a doubt that I wasn't going to use. And I trimmed out that white side pieces that was already there. So here I am trying to figure out what other pieces that I knew I wasn't going to use as well. And I start transferring out. The clear layer on Dixie Belle's is a lot thicker than the one on on IODs. My brain went dead for a minute, but it's a lot thicker, that clear layer right here. So I added this on and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at these colors. I was so shocked, like impressed. So when I got this done, I decided, well, no, I don't think I want to put that other piece that I had on there. So I kept putting it on there to see if I still wanted it on there, and I decided no. So I have these two pieces that I had bought at an antique mall, and I was like, I picked them up knowing that I wanted to do a stand with them, but the colors was not jiving with me. So I sanded them. And while I was doing that, I realized, you could have just simply painted them without sanding, but it had a glaze on it. And so I was worried that the glaze would bleed and my paint would not take to it. Although I probably could have just spray painted it clear, and that might have, afterthought, right? So I'm cleaning these off, and then one of them was kind of lopsided. So I had my husband use this weird loud sander thing, I don't know, to level that piece off. You don't see it on here at all, but this might have been done. So I went ahead and put a lot of glue on here, on both pieces. I was actually looking to see, it was right there on that second one, that the lip was weird, and so the bottom piece. And so I'm going to glue these two together, and then don't laugh at what I use to weigh down my pieces. I've always used these two items. It's just that. There we go. There's my weighted pieces, guys. Yeah. So then I painted this skeleton key from DIY, and as I'm doing this voiceover, I just realized my nails actually match this color so nicely. That's coincidence. It wasn't intentional. So here I am actually clear coating it with clear wax again. And then after we do that, and I know, guys, the angle is terrible. I'm sorry. I just wasn't even thinking that you guys can't see, but you guys know how to clear coat. We're going to clear coat both pieces, right? And then I'm doing that because I knew I wanted to add, you got to protect the paint and you got to protect the transfers, right? Because otherwise it's going to lift. But I knew I wanted to add this white wax on top of that, but I needed to be able to wipe back some of the white. I didn't want it to stay so stark on there. So that's why I did the clear coat first and then the white. It's time to glue the two pieces together, and for this part I'm going to put a lot of wood glue on here because I need this piece to not go anywhere. I'm not selling these pieces. I don't sell my pieces. If I make pieces, it's usually for myself or for a family member or a friend. So if you're wondering why I left that round piece there, it's because that way the glue could adhere better, and this is what it turned out looking for it. And I don't know, this piece is actually going to go right next to my computer stand so that I can have some greenery in my office. But let me know what you guys think about this piece or any of the pieces that are in this video. Again, I appreciate you guys for clicking on this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please go ahead and watch the other videos in this playlist. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Welcome to the Thrift Flip Road Trip. Today we're driving into an exciting open challenge brought to you by Unicorn Dust Designs, Crafting Cousins, and our special guest host, Jody at Southern Seasons. Watch as talented creators transform forgotten treasures into something extraordinary. And here's the best part. We're giving away fabulous prizes to 5 lucky winners. Prizes include a Dremel Rotary Toolkit from Home Ridge Studio, a micro sander and a pair of miter snips from Happiness Created, a $25 Amazon gift card from Farmhouse Frugally, and 2 wood craft kits from Crafting Cousins. To enter, just watch the September Thrift Flip Road Trip playlist and comment your favorite project from each creator on their video. You must comment on every video to be eligible to win. Mark your calendar for September 28th when we will announce the winners on our community tabs. I'm sorry, due to shipping costs, the giveaway is only open to U.S. residents. Don't miss out on this chance to win, and be sure to spread the love by following the playlist link in the description box below.